it's Sonia Barrett once again, and I am back for another little chit chat. And today's topic is when to share your thoughts and ideas with others. So basically, when is it a good time to do that? Um, and that can be a very, very touchy situation because so many times we share our thoughts and our ideas with family, with friends, and we people get knocked down. We get knocked down, and it could be an idea that you have for something that you're doing, and that person just sort of discourages you from doing it. The response isn't what we would call positive. You're not really feeling encouraged. All the things about how you really feel about yourself and your abilities deep down, they all come to the surface. You doubt yourself now. You know your belief in yourself is really, like really, really tiny at this point. So here's the thing. Many times we know not to go and tell that particular person, don't have that conversation with that person, but we do it anyway. We set ourselves up and then you do it, and then now you are all upset, and then you talk about how this person is always knocking you down. Well, stop telling them. That's the solution. Stop trying to get their approval. Stop trying to get them to co-sign on what you would like to do or what your ideas are thoughts about anything from spirituality to um, something that you would like to do, changes that you want to make in your life. And there are times when, so many times when I have an idea. There are things that I decide that I want to do, and I just don't tell anybody. I don't say anything to anybody until I feel that it is, the ideal time to say something to that person about it. Doesn't matter how close they are. It could be my husband. I'm not going to tell you if I know that, especially if I know that I might get a particular feedback. So I just sort of set it in my mind as to what I want to do, and then I go about it. And when I get to a certain point, then I may then share it, or I might share it with people who I won't say people because there may be one or two individuals that I know that I can do that with, and it's going to be, they're just there. There's no judgment on what I'm saying or what I'm going to do or any of that. So I think it's very important, especially for some people who tend to have a challenge with stepping out there with their ideas or their thoughts about anything at all. And they hold it in. And I know this because of all the emails that I get from people who feel sort of alone with not being able to either with people, share with people who are probably in the same mindset as they are, or they've shared with friends or family or even strangers, and they came at them. Um, and a part of it too is, yes, is growing. What do they say? Thicker skin or whatever. A part of it is that, but if you know that you are not in that space, you are not ready, then I'd say don't do it. You have nothing to prove to anybody. I think that's the bottom line of it. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, and you don't have to get anybody's approval or validation. I think that has to go outside the door. Now, I'm not saying that it isn't a great feeling when you find people that are on board with supporting where you're coming from, or agreeing with certain ideas or concepts that you have. That it doesn't feel great to have that kind of bonding, because that's just natural. That's just part of who we are. We like to share, we like to bond. We are relationship based. whether it be one-on-one, or group-based. So it's realizing that, yes, we do these things to meet those core behaviors, or that those core conditionings in us. But I think that it is just so much easier if we know ahead of time that this person is not the ideal person to share that thought with, and you've done it enough times, then don't do it again. And you've got to ask yourself, why do I keep setting myself up for that? Why do I keep walking into it? Why do I keep doing that? What am I getting from this each time I feel knocked down by this person? Is it that it's intentional, meaning that do you do it as a way to sabotage your own self, to keep running your doubt program? It's, the all of these things become possible. So we can look at when we do this as some sort of gift that the person is handing to us. The question is if you're able to see what you're getting from it. And so if you've done it enough times, then maybe this is a moment now where you stop and reflect on how you processed that feeling, or processed what was said to you, and the result of that. Did you move forward anyway, or did you retreat? Did you stay where you were, or really pull the covers over your head, or just went back into your little closet? What did you do? And what did it mean for you? And as we break things down out that way, we break it down and we really dive into the feeling, we dive into the payoff, what we're getting from the constant rejection or beat down, or whatever you want to call it. What are we getting from it? Why we may keep walking into that kind of experience. That's what you should focus on, not so much on the person. This person always does this to me, they always beat me down. If the word always is in there, that means you keep walking into it. So why do I keep walking into it? What is the payoff for me? What is it that I'm getting from it? And the sabotaging part is, it can be a really, really big one, because it can be a way to excuse yourself from moving forward with a project, an idea that you have about doing a project, a passion, or a thought about, reality or spirituality. It's a way for you to shut yourself down, or maybe shut yourself off, because you deep down may have a fear about moving forward on any of these things. And this way, you use that as an excuse as to why you're not moving forward. And it's amazing how we set ourselves up, how we can sabotage ourselves. How the fact is that we do much of this to ourselves, even though it looks like other people are doing things to us. But we find a way to engage with these people to get these same results, so that we can fulfill something in us. Again, a fear, and that sort of stops us, and we don't have to move forward or engage any further in the thought, the idea, the passion, the dream, whatever it is. We don't have to move any further. So I thought that, when I was thinking about it this morning, I thought, what topic, because there's so many topics, but what topic do I think would be a great topic today to address? And I personally think that that is a big topic, and you probably will see it for yourself, because all of us at some point, we have that person in our life, whether it's one person, or two people, or several people in our lives where that happens. Now, you can also use that as momentum to propel you forward into doing what you need to do, doing what it is that you are desiring to do, doing what it is that you are passionate about, or pursuing that concept or idea about reality or about anything, you can use it as momentum to move yourself into doing more. Because let's face it, all of us, everybody has their own stuff, as they say, that they're dealing with, that they're working through. And all it is it's just another human being. And I think that's so important when, for me, when I break it down that way, why are we terrified of what that person has to say? That's just another being like me. Who cares? Who cares? The question is, what do I feel about this thought or idea? What do I feel about it? It's always going to come back to you. Always. It doesn't matter how we try to cover it up and put a spin on it and make it very external. It doesn't matter how we try to do that. It will always come back to the individual, to me, and what it is that I would like to do. You know, because of my, to some degree, impulsive nature, I've tapered quite a bit. I will act on something. I mean, I process it a little bit differently now, where, maybe I think about it for, instead of 1 second, two, I think of 2 seconds, and then I'm kind of on it. So because of that, I do tend to move on it. When I have something to show, then I'm like, okay, here you go. Or when I'm excited, I already know who I'm not going to get that kind of excitement from. So I don't go to those people. I'll go to somebody else who I know they're going to be, hanging out in my thrill and my excitement at that moment. Then I may, once I've gotten all that joy out of it, then I may go ahead and share it with people who aren't going to give you that much joy, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So you have to have a process. This life, once again, is a big old game. It's a game and a game and a game and a game. I tell you, and it just goes on like that. And we have to start paying attention to how we play it. Simple. Got to start paying attention to how we play it, and we also have to start paying attention to how we are influenced by other people, and we have to own the fact that we are influenced by other people, because when we don't own the truth of anything, it's very hard. It makes it much more challenging to move forward or to make the necessary changes, because you're in living a what delusion or illusion or whatever the case may be. You're not able to really act on things in a way that's truly going to be authentic, or or where you're going to get the best results then, because you are living in a lie, perhaps. So it doesn't matter. Just own it. See how you feel. You don't beat yourself up. You don't regret. You don't do all of that. You just go, oh, okay, so that's what I was doing. All right, well, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm ready to change it. So anyway, that's what I have to share today. So once again, go to therealsoniabarrett.com to check out the any upcoming events that are there, and tons of articles and whatever else I have posted there. You can subscribe on the website, no charge, of course. And I think there's a free giveaway on the site still at this time. When you subscribe to the website, you get like a 5-hour download. And not only that, but it allows you to know what else is coming up. I am going to be doing a free webinar very shortly, and I will do a video on that very soon. And I would love for you to join me. I will give you that information in the next video that I post. Also, check out The Business of Disease. Some people are still asking, where can I see it? Thebusinessofdisease.com. It's on TV and internet platforms, Cox, Verizon, I think DirecTV, it's US and Canada, Shaw, and the list is on the website. It's on iTunes, Amazon, Vudu, YouTube on demand, Vimeo on demand. So it's in a lot of places, and it streams also from the website. So you can also stream it, watch a video on demand on the website, thebusinessofdisease.com as well. And the book Health and Inside Job and Outside Business that goes with the film. Do check it out. Spread the word. I'm going to be doing more videos as well, health videos very shortly, and excerpts that were not included in the film. So go on the website and subscribe, and so that I can send you this information. I do believe that's it. Until next time, see you then.